If you listen to Sim Fubara, you will see that he was speaking like a man that had a gun pointed to his head. You know, when there's a military coup and you are asked to resign or give a speech to tell your people that you are laying your hands off, that's the way he was talking. I pity him, honestly speaking. I feel for him because he has been reduced to nothing. You do not fight somebody like Wike and give him a breathing space. In this whole brouhaha, and what is going on right now, the Weavers people do not matter. If the condition Wike gives to Fubara is to walk naked in the entire River State, Fubara will do it. After all, when I can't finish, I go wear my cloth back. I go occupy my seat as governor. I can assure you that this peace will collapse before you know it.
The River State Governor, Sim Fubara, he don't distance himself from campaign materials for the 2027 election. He say make him supporters and calm down now. Let them conquer, let them calm down. Why are they behaving like this? Because some people really put caps and all that, all those kinds of things. And he say no, 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 no. You no follow for that one. So waiting in want right now as peace. See that the only thing we want right now. I am not aware of it. I did not authorize or send anyone. Every one of us should understand that we have done our best, and what we need right now is peace in the state. In fact, he reiterate the matter for peace. He even talk say nothing dey too big, no price wey dey too big to pay for peace. Make I just go play you an excerpt of wetin do. You know, say after the reconciliation with in Oga over the week, yesterday they see him and Oga for burial for inside of the local government. People call the then say, they don't really reconcile. Everything don't define. Even though the terms and agreement or the terms and conditions to that agreement never really did known to many. But when we hear waiting in talk, this is first speech after that agreement with them.
I think
At this stage now, courtesy of Channels Television and Symphony
we have fought. I think in my own assessment and in the assessment of anyone that is here who genuinely, if you're genuine in this struggle, you will know that we have done what we need to do. At this point, if you want to be truthful to yourself, not lying to yourself, the only solution is peace. I didn't say that there is no price that is too big to pay for peace. I meant it, and I am still ready to follow it to the end. Nobody can take away the role my other played. That's the truth. Yeah, we have our differences that led to this, but nobody here will say he doesn't know the role the man played. Nobody will say he doesn't. Nobody can waste away the risks he took. Yes.
The risk Wike took.
And if today there is need for us to settle, please, anyone who genuinely believes in me should understand that it is right to do. And the projects that we initiated, big projects, have been abandoned. Look at other things that we initiated. Without this crisis, by now I know where I was. We know the progress we have recorded. We know areas that would have developed these things better than what it is today. So there is need for this peace. That is the truth. Like I said, it's heavy, it's bitter, but we must accept the situation and move on with it.
So you don't hear waiting in talk. He say the situation, if you know they happy and if they bitter, but say everybody need to accept them and move on with the situation. I go like me react then before I go to waiting Wike talk and then waiting other people don't get to talk about this reconciliation because some people for inside River State don't also react concerning this their reconciliation. And some of them now mixed feeling, even including politicians. But let me take a reaction to what he just said first of all, then we'll get straight to other reactions.
If you listen to Sim Fubara very well, attentively, you will see that he was speaking like a man that had a gun pointed to his head. You know, when there's a military coup and you are asked to resign or give a speech to tell your people that you are laying your hands off. That's the way he was talking. I pity him, honestly speaking. I feel for him because he has been reduced to nothing.
So, but is
Yeah.
this enough for some people to think that he's an ingrate? Because some people think he's ungrateful to those who fought
Please,
Sam.
let me say. It's not about being an ingrate. First and foremost, people have held this opinion that, oh, Wike made him. Everybody around Wike is Wike's boy. Even those that are older than him, they are his boy.
Yes.
In other words, if Wike believes that it is money that answered all things. Unfortunately for Fubara, I keep saying, started a war and was not ready to fight to the end. You do not fight somebody like Wike and give him a breathing space. But you see, politics.
Bumper to bumper.
Politics, unfortunately, politics in Nigeria is about interest. There's nothing else. So in the last few months, Fubara has felt the fact that he has been denied the largesse of the office he was occupying. When as you get office where you go there, like a Nefele, when he be CBN governor. Now left, right, center, forward, they throw away money. So Fubara, suddenly it has dawned on him that, man, money not they come again. No. I don't get normal, I don't get escort. I don't no siren. If I they pass, I just pass like local man. It is those largesse of the office that is driving him to accept whatever conditions he has been given.
But he had said before that his spirit and soul has left the place now.
It is not about peace. It's not about the Rivers people. In this whole brouhaha, and what is playing out right now, the Rivers people do not matter. Whether he tells you his spirit has left, or his shadow has left him. No. The man has tasted the sugar. He will not spit it out. If, as it is today, if the condition Wike gives to Fubara is to walk naked in the entire River State, Fubara will do it. After all, when I work finish, I go wear my cloth back. I go occupy my seat as governor. Fubara is tired of the fact that an expatriate is running the state for him. But in all of this, he has not asked himself, those who put their lives on the line, those who got injured, those who died in this process, what have they fought for? What have they gained? What have they benefited? See, that's what they tell Nigerian people. No, see, no politician is worth dying for. You die for a politician at your own risk. Because in the daytime, the politician will be with you, telling you, I'm struggling, I want to get this thing. In the night, the same people holding him down, you go dine with them. Go drink champagne, drink whiskey with them. That is the truth. That is the reality.
All right, so let's quickly take reaction of some Rivers indigents. Here is Ankio Briggs reacting to this purported reconciliation or supposed reconciliation on Arise Television. So let's take a listen to her, and then we'll also go to what Wiki had to say during Sam Anyanwu's 60th birthday. But here is Ankio Briggs.
The truth of the matter is that this is not the first time that the president has come into the political crisis in Rivers State. So that for me is a caution. Number two, the fact that we don't actually have the content of what has been agreed to, we cannot speculate. The issue of Rivers State is too huge and too critical to Nigeria as a nation for us to leave it to speculation. And that means that the governor of River State, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, and the FCT minister have to realize that the development and the future and the people of River State is not about a political family. It is not about a godfather and a godson. It is about the people of River State. And if it is about the people of River State, then the people of River State should be made aware of what they have agreed to. Because if it is not in the interest of River State, the development of River State, the security of River State, and if it is only about who is going to win election in River State in 2027 and who cannot run or who can run for the governorship of River State, then I'm afraid that this also will crash at some point, because the people of River State will have the last say. I believe that it is about time that the president truly listens to the people of River State. At no time has the president made this about the people of River State. The president has made it about a political issue, about a political family that he, the president, does not belong to. The president is the leader of the APC. And this crisis in River State, this political crisis in River State, is about the PDP. I heard the video, or I watched the video. I heard what the FCT minister said, that peace has returned to River State. It is the peace of a graveyard. As long as the people of River State are not aware of what both himself and the elected governor have agreed to, this is very critical. And the fact that the governor have recognized by his own speech that the leaders of River State, the people that attended the meeting with the president of Nigeria yesterday, are not the only leaders of River State. They are some leaders of the PDP political party. So really, the people of River State have been thrown under the bus once again by the attempt of the president in the desire, if you like, to make sure that River State is captured by a handful of both River sons and daughters. But in this case, I saw no woman in that picture. If you look at the picture that we all saw this morning, you can see very clearly that there is something very seriously unacceptable about the capture of the picture. You saw a governor of a state that has been suspended all by himself, and then you saw the gladiators that he has been fighting, some of the gladiators that have actually thrown River State under the bus because of their political and power interest in River State and in the PDP party as a whole and in Nigeria.
All right, so you don't hear within Ankio Briggs. She really spoke a lot. She really spoke a lot. I'd like you to react to that.
Let me be very honest with you. I'm happy she also said it as piece of the graveyard. I can assure you that this piece will collapse before you know it.
They come on, because I've been one go play with him
Let
before
me finish.
Saraki talk about the piece now.
Let
Before Saraki
me
doesn't
finish.
talk that thing now.
Let me
All right,
finish.
sir.
Let me finish.
Okay, sir.
You see, there's something about power. When you grab power, you never want to let it go. I can assure you that Fubara has accepted this. By the time it gets to 2027, Wike and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be thrown under the bus. Ask me why.
Why?
Two things will happen. One is that Fubara will decamp to another party and contest governorship and leave.
So the same Rivers people are saying that he's betrayed are still the same people who vote for him. Is that what you're saying?
See, let me tell you how this thing will play out. It will play out in this way, that right now, Fubara is behaving like an orphan. No mother, no father, nobody. In the next year and a half, he would have amassed much wealth to be able to withstand what lies ahead. This one of saying, don't contest, don't show interest, all that is hogwash. I am telling you, it is all hogwash, because at the end of the day, the same people, Rivers people, will tell him to go and contest. And he will go and contest. Now, talking about Wike and his power, my brother from my state, Anyan, celebrated his sister's birthday yesterday.
I was going to come there.
I'm coming, please. How many political heavyweights did you see in that place?
Saraki, they are the heavyweights. So
how many of them? How many of them did you see compared to when Amechi had his own?
Okay, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
No, but you cannot compare Anyanwu to Amechi now.
Why?
Amechi has become a minister how many times?
And so
has become a governor, two times governor, a speaker. So he
how many years has Anyanwu been in the Senate?
It doesn't matter now. You can't compare.
It matters. He has been in the Senate. He has been the secretary of PDP. See, this whole thing is such that power is transient. Enjoy it while it lasts. It doesn't last forever. Nobody is praying for anything bad. But I'm asking a question, and this is a very rhetorical question. If something happens tomorrow, and these power brokers are called by the Lord, what will happen?
That is if God calls them. But God never calls them.
What will happen? When Abiola was called by the Lord, what happened to his political dynasty? It's a question I'm asking.
Okay, now during Anyanwu's birthday, here is what Wike said. He was celebrating and dancing.
I see the sweet
the band
he go the pen that.
I
see the pen that. Boy, the sweet I see the sweet he go the pen that. I see the pen that. Mama, the sweet
So, you know, the chairman and the advisor are sitting together. They're not happy. They're not happy. Me and Sam and our group, we won. We won. So, thank you, Mama. God will continue to give you long life. And give Sam, my younger brother, long life. And all of us here.
No vex. How is Sam his younger brother if he's 57 and Sam is 60? That's what
money they talk.
Let's go ahead.
And all of us here. Professor said to revive the party, you will try. Professor, chairman, book reviewer, you too, are you sure? Are you ready to revive the party? Thank you, and God bless you.
That here is what Bukola Saraki had to say about the reconciliation, because he also had
we
to do
really didn't know the details of that reconciliation. I think the details.
This is according to an interview with Charles in RX Television.
Well, we really didn't know the details of that reconciliation. I think the details will determine how it affects positively or negatively. I guess for the people of Rivers State, most is positive, the fact that there's reconciliation. But how it affects the political parties, I think will come in the details of what that is about.
Right, and I was going to ask you, what do you think they agreed on to achieve this peace? But you've kind of answered that. But I'm wondering if the PDP is possibly looking at another defection to the APC.
Well, at this time, I said before in my just open discussions that PDP would likely see, one or two more defections, and we should prepare ourselves for that. There is a possibility.
Even including Fubara?
Maybe or maybe not. Maybe
Yeah.
Fubara, maybe others. I said, and as I speak to some of our colleagues, as we sit down and plan and strategize, we say, look, the worst is not yet. We haven't seen the worst of the defections for PDP. We'll probably see maybe one or two governors still defect. We might see some senators defect. But the long-term perspective for us, when you go around the country, the state chapters, the local government chapters, the party is still very strong on the grassroots. In some areas in the country, they're not even aware of what is happening at, suppose say, our level or in Abuja. And so the reaction we've seen at the grassroots, it gives us a lot of encouragement. But what we need to do is, let us get to the bottom and then start to build.
Yeah, but the problem is that it's not just happening in Abuja, though, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at the entire state, apparatus of the PDP defecting, for example, from Delta State, and then you look at,
Yeah, what I mean by that is they're not
people are at the grassroots.
No, they're not
level
crises
as well.
they're not crises based on instability in Delta state chapters. That's what I
Right.
mean. They are things that are led based on decisions taken by the leaders. That's the
Right.
point I'm making. That it is not that the foundation is weak in those places. Like if you see people defecting in a particular state because there's crisis in that state, and the members of the state don't want to work together anymore. Where you're seeing defections based on leaders for what reason best known to them, it's top down, not, and that's why you're seeing in some states the leaders are saying we're going,
Yeah.
and you're seeing some of the grassroots members say, look, I've been PDP all my life. I've been PDP for 10, 20 years.
He's very optimistic that there is need to revitalize and revive the PDP, understanding that all this matter where it happen for the top. But people then within the grassroots still believe say PDP na a party where we say they go fist follow. But with this thing where they happen for inside the federal and with Wike might and we won, right? Do you think that Wike is ready to let go of the PDP? Understanding that people are also blaming Atiku Abubakar for the contributions he made or how he contributed to the crisis in the PDP right now. Do you think PDP is revivable? Really?
Let me say that PDP is going through a situation that they may not come out clean. What is happening in PDP is such that you have a Wike that is not a member of APC, but he only believes that his relevance is in PDP in terms of party structure. If Wike leaves PDP today, or if he gets booted out of PDP today, and he goes into APC, I keep asking that question. What position will he be holding? Maybe
Because he can't contest for presidency.
Maybe what he will do is to talk over the APC structure in the FCT. And maybe he become the chairman of FCT APC. Well, you see, what Wike is doing is more like holding down two places. Because if Wike is serious, if he believes that he has won, as he wants Nigerians to believe, he would also have said, I renounce my membership of PDP. Precious, go and note this down. You will recall that I said this thing this night. If Fubara moved into APC today, that piece of the graveyard died the same day.
You think that Fubara can do anything?
A man can be down, but he's not out. And somebody like Fubara, any man that you see that accepts to be humiliated to this level has something he's looking at.
Really? You don't think he just wants peace and finish his tenure and go?
No. He has something he's looking at. Don't forget that even though they have asked people who are close to him, which is part of what we hear as part of the settlement, that those people should not get close to him or should not be seen in his government. At the end of the day, Fubara going to have a shadow government in Rivers State.
I don't understand. How
Go and
possible?
write it down. He's going to have a shadow government. You will say I said it. Because he has passed through the fire. He has learned